doing?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you like had frozen. I don't understand. How you doing?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you like had frozen. I don't understand.
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so we're doing
Another tier list video.
Another tier list, and it's gonna be.
This was Cody's idea because he's a freak.
It's gonna be Fall Guys. What the name just went out of my head.
This was Cody's idea because he's a freak.
So, so you can see the names up on the side.
Yeah, we got only if I'm comatose, which means we won't delete it from the game.
If I got knocked out and I'm a vegetable, that's the only time I would play it. So never.
You would never play it.
So the one above that is only if I'm drunk. So I don't want to play it, but you'd have to mess me up bad for me to play it. It's okay. Couldn't think of anything funny. It's, I guess, let's do a mid.
Just like an average. What are we doing here? We doing a mid video edit or?
Yeah, mid video edit. For those of you out there, you can fill in the blank there. The next one, fun, but I've had better. When you go out some nights.
That's on you. I didn't have anything to do with that description. The only description I had to do with was the top. So.
The next one above that is great. Tickled my fancy. That it sounded funny when I first said it.
It sounds weird.
And now it's just creepy. Every like I don't want to say it ever again. And the top one, I'm not saying it again until we get to it. The one above that, waifu level.
It sounded like I feel like there was a bird in the window just now.
Waifu level above that.
There's nothing above waifu level. That's you can't get any better than that. So I'm not going to say what I was about to say. Let's just move on to the.
So let's just go through all of them. We just want to start with the first one. Keep going. First one, Block Party. Usually it's a survival mode. You played this one where the beams come up and there's spaces in between them, and you got to fit yourself in between.
Yeah.
This one started off really fun.
I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it per se.
I really like it.
I mean,
it tickles my fancy.
Do you really? Do you really like it that much?
I do think it's really good. I think it's a good survival mode. I actually really like playing it. It's a fun game. You've played it before. What do you think about it?
I mean, if it was up to me with this game, everything would be at the very bottom. But I mean, I don't.
Anything that's a race or a survival scenario, to me, is a really good mode.
I like it. I would. I don't know. I'd probably put it one level below you.
Fun, but I've had better.
Fun, but I've had better is probably where I'd put it. Because it's pretty simple and basic.
I can see that. I think it was in the first season, one of the very first modes.
Yeah.
Gate Crash. Now that's a race. That's where the levels, the doors come up.
Yep.
And they'll stop, and you have to time it to get through the doors, and then there's the slime. Yep. And at the very end, you have to jump across the finish line.
To me, that's more of a basic one. Kind of like Block Party. I don't know. A lot of times with these levels on this game, it depends on who you're playing with too. Because if you get people that mess with you the whole game, none of them are fun.
That and this whole there's teams in this game now too.
Yeah.
But this whole game is a party game. Almost it's like Mario Party, but not really. Not
similar slightly.
I would put Gate Crash either at Fun I've Had Better or.
That's probably where I'd put it.
You think we should put it by Block Party?
Yeah, because it's a real similar style of mode.
DoorDash.
You hate this one.
Not the service.
Yeah.
They have a random commentary. It makes no sense. Yeah. Okay, so...
See, I don't mind it that much.
I do. I hate it. I hate it. I wish somebody would light it on fire. I wish when you started that mode, every character was lit on fire and it just ended the mode. That would make that more enjoyable. I hate that mode. I'm usually in front and then I get stuck and then I fall behind and all I hear is my character going... It's just infuriating. Where do you want to put it?
I don't know where I'd put it.
Come on, you said it's not that bad.
Probably only if I'm drunk. But just put it on the bottom if you don't like it that much.
I'd play it if I was drunk. I'd probably
What's
just turn it off and go to bed.
Next?
Egg scramble. This is a team game. I hate team games.
It's annoying.
I hate team games. It really is. This is where you pick the eggs up and you put them in the...
I don't know if I'd put comatose on this one. Probably drunk, just like DoorDash.
I agree with you.
Because it's not like the worst thing, but it's not very fun.
Now, fall ball. In terms of team modes, I think this is the funnest one.
That's the soccer, right?
Yes. Unless you play a bunch of streamers and then you can't win.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it. I think if we're going to put a team... Excuse me, apologize. I think if you're going to put a team mode in here that's above a lot of other
I'd
stuff.
probably put it fun, but I've had better.
Yeah.
Or would you go one higher?
I can see that.
And we'll adjust these at the end too. We'll kind of look back through and see where we have stuff.
Fall Mountain, that's a final.
I'm trying to remember. See, it's been a while since
it's a race to the top, and you have to grab the crown.
You have to grab the crown, right? Okay.
When this first came out, it was glitched, and the first person would usually never win it.
To me, this one's annoying.
It is to me.
To me, it's my least favorite final. That's the.
Me too. I'm gonna put it.
There's one other final, and when we'll get to it, I'll show you that I like this.
I'm gonna put Fall Mountain on the very bottom.
Okay.
Well, no, because there's one other final I'm
Yeah.
gonna put on the bottom.
We'll put drunk.
Slime Climb. In terms of races, I think this one is the most
At
fun.
first, I hated this one, and then once I kind of got used to it and learned how to play it, it was really fun.
I almost want to put this at
This one might be almost on waifu level in terms of it's just challenging enough, but it's not super easy to where you're just going to get through it, kind of like like a DoorDash or something like that where you just run straight. So waifu, I think this one's a waifu.
I agree with you.
Marry it.
I wouldn't.
Serenade it.
Maybe.
Okay.
Fruit Shoot.
I never realized how that sounded. I
sounds
never
terrible.
realized how that sounded.
This is one where you have to jump on the platform,
And then the fruit comes down.
and you have to keep running or you're done.
Comatose.
And if I almost want to put it there.
Comatose.
I almost want to put
It's
it
automatic for me.
there. Like if you mess up in the slightest, you've lost. That's it.
I've never, and a lot of times it's based on luck too, because the things will go flying everywhere and bouncing.
Hit Parade. This is another race. You start off, you run, you have to jump on the little sponges that are the platforms, the beams.
Okay.
Very beginning, if you fall down.
Okay.
You hit a slide and you have to run back
And
up.
it's another race that's pretty fun.
It's not bad. I feel like that's fun, but I've had better.
Would it be, or would it be basic?
Oh yeah.
Let's do fun, but I've had better, and then we'll adjust it at the end if we think something else.
I think you're right. I think
it's more of a basic thing. It's just decent.
HEX-A-GON. This is the final.
Yes.
I don't mind this one.
I don't mind this one too much. I think it's pretty fun.
I do too, but I don't think it's...
In terms of finals, I'd probably put it... I think it tickles my fancy.
It tickles mine too, so let's put it...
I almost busted out bad when you said that.
Hoarders. I think this is the one with the...
Now this one I don't think I've ever heard of. Is this one of the newer ones?
No, you have to knock the balls into the zones, the volleyballs, and you have to keep them there.
Okay.
You have 3 teams.
Okay. It isn't bad. I think it's another basic type game.
I think it's basic. I don't hate it, but I don't like it.
No, I think it's another basic type game.
Hoopsie Daisy. Now they have a variation to this, and I don't know if it's on here, but...
It's not one of my favorites, but it's not one of my least favorites either. If I was picking this, probably only if I'm drunk. But I know a lot of people would probably like it more, and I get it.
I think you could put it there. There are 3 teams in this? Can't remember.
3, yeah. I think it depends on how many people you have, too.
Jinxed. This one has 2 teams always. And usually it's 40 people left, and this is where you have to run and bump into people and grab them, and they get the dizzy.
They get the dizzy thing, okay.
I hate this.
It's not one of my favorite. This one, and there's one other one, we'll get to it eventually, that are like my 2 least favorites.
I see it. I know what it is. I see it.
You know what it is. This one, I might put Comatose.
Because we put Hoopsie Daisy. I hate it more than Hoopsie Daisy.
I do too. I would rather play the Hoopsie Daisy. I would rather play it.
Jump Club. There's a final variation to this. I think this one's fun.
And this is the one that the bars spin, right?
The bar spin, you have to jump.
That one's pretty fun.
And on this one, they don't fall because it's not the final.
Yeah.
The final's after this, but I don't mind this one. I think it's fun.
I think it's fun, but
kind of goes here.
Where would you put it?
I'd put it here.
I think that's where I'd put it.
I like it a little bit less than Slide
It's never made me rage.
No.
So.
Jump Showdown. This is a final. And if I would have ever put a final in the top tier, it would be this one. Maybe you feel different.
Is that the same? Is that the same? It's
that's
just
the variation of
where it
the jump
falls,
shot.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best finals, I would say.
I want to put that at waifu.
You can put it up there.
I think that's
not gonna, I mean, it's not going to bother me putting it up there.
Perfect match. This is where the symbols come up. This one's way too boring to me.
It's basic. But because it's not really only if I'm drunk, because it's not bad. It's just there. They need to do something. They need to do something to that one.
I think they did. And I can't remember. They did put a variation to it, and I can't remember what it was.
Good. They needed one.
Well, this is just season 1 and 2. In season 1 and 2, it was terrible because it was boring.
It was boring, which is why I would put it on basic.
I agree with you. Rock and roll. This is where you have 3 teams of like 4 or 5.
You have to roll the ball.
And you have to roll the ball down. This one is really used to be fun.
It's not. I don't know if I'd call it not fun, but it's extremely frustrating, especially if you have a really bad team.
I was getting ready to say that if you have a terrible team, this is the worst mode on the game.
Yes.
Because they'll just run. I've had 2 people on my team block me from being able to get the ball down there, just because they had a friend.
Only if I'm drunk is probably where I put this, because it could still be fun at times and it can be funny.
Yeah, I can see that. Roll out. This is a survival mode.
Roll out.
Remember that song? Kind of like Block Party. It's not that bad. I don't think it's... I feel like it's fun, but I've had better.
Okay.
It's the one where the bars spin and you have to avoid the gaps. You used to hate this one because you would run and you'd get dizzy and you'd fall in between the gaps.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. It's the race, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not the race. It's a survival.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, where they spin.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I actually like this one now. Fun, but I've had better probably because it's not one of the best, but I like it.
Dizzy Heights. This is a race.
Yeah.
Is this the one that Kylie really liked? No, she liked the Whirly gig. Dizzy Heights is where. Actually, it's just a base
I know
of the
this
race.
one now. I know this one now. It's the ones where they spin really fast and you have to jump platform to platform while it's spinning.
I don't mind this one.
No.
But I feel like it's kind of basic.
I think it's kind of basic, especially in terms of the races, because most of the races are pretty decent.
I definitely like it better than Perfect Match, but I feel like it's still just a basic race.
Yeah.
Royal Fumble. Now, in terms of finals, this is my least favorite one.
Now, is this the one with the tail?
Yes.
We're not talking about it. Put it.
And what is funny about this one is that was the first final that you won.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Yeah, it was the first one I ever won.
And you got it in the very beginning, and nobody ever got it from you.
No.
And then even after that, you said, I never want to play that one.
I didn't.
It's not fun.
It was dumb. I hate that one.
It's way too...
even the regular variation of it where you have to get the tails, I can't stand.
Nothing about that is fun. Tail tag. You would just go to tail tag?
Yeah. I would put it down there too. Now, the thing about this, what makes it so frustrating, is there will be times when you're right next to somebody, or they're right next to somebody else, is right next to somebody else, and they'll grab, and they won't get the tail. And then there's times where somebody's 3 feet away from you, and they'll grab the tail, and it's like, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
There'll be lag. There'll be extreme lag in that, and I think it's because so many people are... Well, that doesn't make sense because people are doing the other race too.
Yeah.
I think the mode sucks.
Like
Seesaw.
I like Seesaw.
We both used to hate this.
I know. But I like it now.
I don't mind it. I feel like it's kind of basic.
Yeah, it's just a simple race.
If you get the routine down in this, it's extremely easy.
Yes.
So I feel like it's just basic. Team tail tag. Now, in terms of tail tag, this one's not as bad.
No.
I feel like it's above Comatose.
I think it would put it on drunk.
Yeah, I agree with you. Tiptoe. This is where you step on the platforms and they fall.
Okay.
It
can be frustrating, but it's not bad.
Not terrible.
Now, the bad thing about this one is everybody will get bunched up, and sometimes you'll just get pushed off.
I feel like in terms of, it's usually right before a final too, because there's like 10 or 15 people left.
It's pretty basic. You're just finding the blocks that stay. I don't know if I'd put it much higher than that. The highest I'd go is fun, but I've had better. That's the highest I'd
I
go.
want to put it at basic.
That's where I would put it.
I almost want to put it only if I'm drunk. But there's only one slot left for that. And
You can add more. It'll just create another row. Is that where you put it? Only if I'm drunk?
Because there are times I'll let's just leave it at basic. There's times where I don't mind it. The whirly gig. This is the one that was Kylie's
I like the
favorite.
whirly gig. It's just a fun race is all it is.
Yeah.
Probably basic. In
I
terms
feel
of
like-
races, it's the most basic. I would say.
I almost want to put it at fun, but I've had better.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I would put it up there. It would be one of those two for me.
It's the one with the fans.
Yeah.
And there's that middle section where you can
Yeah.
go through the fan. I don't mind this one. I do like it.
Okay, what do we got?
Egg Siege. This is the season 2 variation. Oh, this is the one with the bridges race. You get it from the center,
in the center.
and you take it, and then there's the two sides.
I mean-
I like this one better than the original.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, I guess it's still not that much different. They added more variation, which was good. They made it harder. You didn't bunch up as much. I do agree with that. I would put it higher than the other one, but not too high.
What do you have? The only if I'm drunk basic.
Basic, probably. Well, I think we can put it in fun. I think it could go there because I think they made enough of a change to make it fun and challenging.
You think so?
I think they did.
Hoopsie Legends. This is another variation.
See, I don't like the Hoopsie games.
In season 2, there were more variations than new modes.
I'm just not very good at them, is why I don't like them. But, I mean, like I said, I could see why some people would like them.
Actually, there wasn't. There were two. Yeah, I agree with you. It was split half and half. There were 2 variations and then two new modes.
Where did we put the other one?
Down there, only if I'm drunk. I feel like this one.
I'd probably
Basic?
put it at basic is probably where I would put it.
I don't really hate it.
It's just not as fun to me.
No, Night Fever. This is a race.
Now, this one I definitely don't recognize the name of.
This is the gauntlet where you start off in the very beginning. You have the axes that spin.
Okay, I know what you're talking
I
about.
almost want to put this up with her with Slime Climb.
Do you think it's as fun as
I
that?
think it's really fun.
I wouldn't disagree. I don't really have a lot to say. I only played it once or twice. I didn't play that one very much.
That was actually the first time you played this is when you won when you were playing on my account.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't mind waifu. You think it's a waifu level? Waifu level, let's do it.
So we got 3 waifus.
There's only 2 of us, so I guess we'll have to split the third one.
I had nothing to say. Wall guys. This is where you move the walls
Okay.
and you climb. You have to jump, grab. It's basically just jumping and grabbing and timing your
Basic,
jumps.
maybe? That's the only place I could think to put this.
See, I think it's fun.
Do you like it? You can put it in fun.
Yeah.
It could be on the bottom tier of fun, since I want to put it one lower.
It doesn't really tickle my fancy.
What does?
It doesn't. Wall guys.
No, what does though?
You just made that really creepy.
Creepy? I didn't, threaten you.
You say no homo after that. I'm not.
I don't ever apologize for what I say. Okay, where do you want to put it?
I think it's fun, but I've had better. That makes sense.
Makes sense.
What you just did really described what that was.
This is fun, but I've had better.
Anyway, this is our tier list for the Fall Guys levels.
Yeah, I don't think we would change anything. I like where we have everything, personally.
This game is a party game, and it's really fun with friends.
And it's free.
And it's free. Well,
Is it free still?
If you had PlayStation Plus when it first came out, it was free.
So it's not free anymore.
I think it's $20.
Okay.
I know at first looks, if you've never heard of it, most people have heard of it.
Most people have at least seen it be played.
If you've never heard of it, and you look at this and you go, why is this worth $20? Excuse me. In terms of fun that this game has,
yeah,
and they're constantly updating content.
Which is good, which is always nice.
I think the $20 price is worth it. I don't mind this game. I think it's fun.
It's fun.
I would definitely give it a try if you haven't.
Yep. Especially if you like party games.
And these game modes are fun. They're in season 4 now. This was just season 1 through 2.
Yeah.
They don't have all the seasons on here. Season 3 was the Frost, and then they have like a futuristic season now.
See, I need to start playing it again. I haven't
They have
played
teams on it. We could play it. But anyway, this is our tier list for the levels of Fall Guys. Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Hopefully you enjoyed this.
Any comments about anything you want to see, any content, any other tier list? I mean, anything, any tier list you want to see, just let us know.
Just put it in the comment section and let us know.
I think we're going to be doing some HeroClix stuff again.
We're going to do a little HeroClix match, see how that films,
and then just go from there and see what else we can think of to do.
And I think that's pretty much it.
That's it.
Anyway, I'm glad y'all watched. Hope you enjoyed this. See y'all later.
Have a good day. Look,
I feel like we're going to do that.
Put this at the beginning. I'll say it!